in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voila, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hippies and straights around the world. This is your citizen journalist friend, Dr. John Konopak, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, climbing atop the Citizen Journalist Worldwide Hippies Information Exchange soapbox today to regale you on the topic of political potlatch. A piece in the Huffington Post last week reported that a small majority of users still remember that the Chimperer Bush was responsible for the recent unpleasantness in the financial sector. I take this as evidence that President Obama's second term is in the bag. That's because he won't be removed until he finishes the job, and average Americans blame him and his party, the Dems, for all their troubles, and that's probably going to take another 4 years. Plus, we got the great austerity coming down the road. You thought the Great Recession was bad? You ain't seen nothing yet. That's going to be bad enough to make the folks forget all about the Chimperer and his minions, lackeys and lickspittles, their failures and predations. Sir Barry and the Dems are going to take the fall for the coming austerity. That's what they're there for. Obama's main job in his second term is going to be to sell austerity to the people and then take the blame for it. And ain't no white folks going to sell it, and they don't want the responsibility. When the first black president is deemed responsible for all the pain and suffering, then and only then will it be safe for the white folks to step back in and take over government again. 2016, Bush and Cheney. That's Jeb and Lizzie. Mark my words. But if that's so, folks wonder aloud, why are the owners, like the Koch brothers and the rest of the Reitard billionaires, spending hundreds of $millions on this campaign? Well, here's Dr. Woody's take on the matter. Consider it a form of payoff. The really rich guys don't care a stinky shit who the president is. It's irrelevant to them. Nothing changes for them. But the campaign gives them an opportunity to spread their money around in ways which, without the campaign, would look illegal or at least somewhat questionable. It's like a quadrennial political potlatch. Potlatch, you ask. What's potlatch? Well, potlatch is a ceremonial tradition practiced mainly among the indigenes of the Arctic North. At a potlatch gathering, it's a gathering, families or hereditary leaders host their guests in houses and hold feasts for their guests and distribute the wealth that they've managed to accumulate back into their communities. The owners are more interested in controlling Congress, which I predict they will accomplish this fall, holding the House and narrowly taking the Senate. Not 60 votes, but enough. Spreading the wealth around will assist in this. But our little plebeian pedestrian minds rebel. They're spending hundreds of millions of dollars, and I say that's true, but you can't think of these things like a prole would. You've got to think like an aristo, as if money actually didn't matter, because it doesn't. The dozens, even hundreds of millions they may spend is chicken feed. It's pocket change. It's running around money, mad money. If you have $1 billion, that's 1,000 million. Every additional billion is another 1,000 million. The Koch brothers themselves alone sit on around 50 billion. That's 50,000 million dollars. You can drop 100 million or so and not even notice. The election, properly understood, is just another act in our national kabuki, whose end is already known, but playing out of which is the necessary part. Bring your costumes with you when you come down to the beach, hippies. Pause.